Hello everybody, we're going to start in just a few minutes here with some Sims 2 corruptions for the Nintendo DS, which, if you haven't played the Nintendo DS version of Sims 2, it is a fantastic game, highly recommend it. A lot of fun, a lot of good memories in the past for me, and as with most of the games that we have good memories for, we're going to corrupt it tonight. I've been out of habit for corrupting DS games, so I really wanted to get back into the swing of that, so we're going to be using Vinecorrupt today for our corruptions. I've spent a little bit of time resetting all my OBS windows to accommodate for Vinecorrupt, so stay tuned for that. I'm just going to grab a little more water and we'll get started. How's it going? And we've got Lemon Jelly playing in the background. This actually shouldn't be up yet. Let me close that down. That's the wrong version. I'm gonna switch to some Animal Crossing music. But Lemon Jelly for Sims 2, beautiful band. I've been trying to listen to some of their music outside of the Sims tracks that they've done. I know Wasabi's a big fan of them. I haven't listened to one I've particularly liked yet, but I don't think I found my one that I like, you know? Anyway. Oh, that sounds terrible. Cut that off. Let's do some Animal Crossing New Leaf music, because that's kind of peaceful. OST. There we go. A little loud. Wasabi Tonic coming in with the Tier 1 subscription, the resubscription. Thank you for the 3 months, Wasabi Tonic. Hope you're doing well. Let me give you a little bit of a, I don't have a $1 piano, but I do have a little mouth harp that I just recently got, so give me a little bit of a... Thank you, man. I appreciate it. So let's get started. You get the little text to Jenny, too. We gotta find some more emotes, too. I gotta update text to Jenny soon. Let me get the game started here. I'm using, of course, these new windows, so I'm a little out of practice on getting them going, so bear with me while I give that a go. Let me go and bring Animal Crossing down. And we'll see the intro scene, which hopefully should be running alright. I have to mess around with my graphic renderer. It's actually corrupted. Let me restart that. I have to pull a fresh copy. Oh, we get that wasabi hype too. Love those emotes. The wasabi hype and the wasabi... Oops. I love those two in succession. I know in Odd Brew, we have a GIF of like the surprise GIF for... There we go. The surprise GIF for the wasabi face. Its eyes are opening and closing. So what I have to do is I have my personal rip of this game, and I have to keep pulling back my backup bit, because every once in a while Vinecorrupt likes to not work properly. And I have to replace my ROM. So I'm going to keep doing that. So that's been replaced. I hope I don't have to restart Vinecorrupt. I might though. I'm going to at least retarget the ROM itself. And let's see if this runs alright. Corrupt. You'll notice bytes corrupted. It's going to be where that H is. 0 bytes corrupted, so this shouldn't have any corruptions on it. But it does, so this is a Vinecorrupt problem that happens. If we don't apply any corruption at all, so this takes a second to load, I don't like that. If we don't apply any corruption at all, it's going to load the most recent corruption that is applied to the ROM itself. So I gotta throw that out of memory, I gotta delete that so it doesn't load it anymore. And that's within whatever directory it's using. In this case I use extracted ROMs, is what I call it. Now hopefully this version should work. This is now cleared out of memory. Nothing's cached, if you will. There we go. There's a good version. We got the EA symbol intact. I don't know why our other window is taking so long to show up. I think it's because I'm using maybe a game capture. Let me swap that over. No, I think it's the same deal. Let me move the priority up, because we want to see this screen to begin with anyways. I'm not going to capture my cursor on either of these windows. And the window title does not need to match. Okay. Now to see if it works properly the first time around. Yeah, okay, cool. That works. Great. Getting those windows set up is a hell and a half-ful. And we'll just go up to, I would say here, where we see the car stop. It'll keep rolling, you'll see a bee fly around the place. We can also try corrupting this movie, which I don't know what will happen. If we look over here, in this area, we have 3 different domains that we can corrupt. Sound data, which will be fun, I'm sure. The ROM itself, which is where I was running into a lot of the fun corruptions. And movies. And if we expand movies out, we'll see that, and it goes a little bit off screen, but Alien, Rat Female, Rat Male, and Sims1.bic are the files that we can corrupt here. Don't know what they are. I imagine Sims 1 is this actual intro that we're seeing now. We can give that a try in just a moment to see if we can corrupt that. And then we go to the title screen. I might have to click on it. There we go. Then we can create our sim, and we'll start that as well in a little bit as well. But what I want to begin with is a full restart, and I want to corrupt this movie. So I keep pointing over here because I'm used to the corruption windows being to my right. Now I gotta point below me. But we now have a save state within memory that we're going to keep referring to, that one there. I'm going to select movies within my corruptor. Movies is the domain that we're going to be corrupting in. Now we get to mess around with some of our parameters. So our step size is how frequently, say you're moving through memory, how often you want to corrupt within it. You've never played one of these games, none of them! I don't know if I would suggest this specific one to start off on. I love this one with a passion, but it was... You had to fill in the gaps with a childlike mind, where you had a lot of the moments you had to draw up to imagination and stuff like that. Sims 2 for like the Xbox or the PC, or PS2. I would suggest playing that, or even Sims 3 if you want like a more modern version. I wouldn't suggest Sims 4 because I feel like Sims 4 is a step down from Sims 3. But like just to try it once, it's fun to play around with your little people, even if it's like you make a world where you play with like Sky and Wasabi Tonic and you just You make your own streamer world, or you like, hit my mic, or you make a world where it's like your coworkers that you work with and you want to see them in pain. Or maybe you want to see them, you know, thrive in their own kind of life. Stuff like that. Like, I've always used it as a way to live out real life scenarios, kind of, or people that I know of. Or you can just make up your own kind of random world where you're the main character and you go find a bunch of friends, you know? This one's a little different though. Wasabi Tonic described this as kind of like Animal Crossing, and I think I'm in agreement with that description. Animal Crossing meets The Sims, so it's a little different and a little deviating from the normal series, but that's why I like it so much. So it's a game where I can torture Sky. Got it, exactly. Make a picturesque Sky, be sure to send it to him, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a 2x2 room, just imagine a room with 2 walls, you know, intersecting each other, and then just take the door off and leave Sky in the middle. That'll work just fine. Just let nature take its course, if you will. Now we're gonna try corrupting the movie and seeing what that does. I didn't do this in my preliminary, so I have no clue what happens if we try to corrupt the movie. I mostly corrupted the rum.bin. But let's take a look. Very good, he can't get a bear that way. Exactly! Exactly! He can't lead any bears if he's stuck in a room. That's a very good point. Oh, my chat window! I forgot to move that chat window. Let me fix that. That's just in the middle of the window there. Events list, alert box. That down. Chat window, I think I'm gonna hide the chat window, or we'll stick it like down there. There we go. Okay, movies. Movies. So we're gonna increase our step size a little bit. Bring it up to 100, I think. That should be decent. Keep an eye on the total bytes. Oh, did we repeat that? We did. Oh, no. That's too bad. Oh, I kinda wanna fix that though. Let's do this. Not getting your windows right at the beginning of the stream. Shoot, I'm just gonna delete this window. There we go. It's a little bit off, but oh well. We can even stretch this one out a tiny bit. Because technically that goes to the end. Okay, cool. Let's corrupt it. So 100 step size, we're gonna add just data. So given a parameter value at the locations that we're corrupting, add 1 to them. And we're going to corrupt, which should reload the emulator, but I don't think it will. I have to actually force close the emulator and then restart it. And this is a very kind of minor corruption. If you look in the bytes corrupted, well, it's actually getting major. It's a big corruption. So if you see there, if we try to load our save state where the movie is already loaded in, it will crash after a couple seconds. It'll try to load itself though. Did it restart? What's going on here? Back to the beginning. It might have just froze up. Or if we load the emulator from a fresh start, so nothing at all. Brand new load, like you just put the cartridge in. It won't do anything. Like it's just a black window where that movie is supposed to be. The EA thing is something completely different. But it should be like driving the car around, hearing the bee. The step size is a little too small. We're corrupting a lot of bits here, so let's go a little bit further out. We'll go to 500 and try that again. See, it loads the movie. Movies are a little finicky, and I usually don't touch them. But I was kind of curious what a DS movie corruption would look like. And so far, we're not getting a whole lot from it. We can try, I'm gonna keep adding, but let's do every 2,000. There we go. Still doesn't want to load. I'm gonna move out the starting address a little bit because we're corrupting right at the beginning, which you could have like a header file or something important right at the beginning that's loading in. Let's go like 500 out. How about 1,000 out? And let's do it every 5,000. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna call it nilch. I think nilch. Yeah. So let's go back. We're gonna do some ROM corruptions. It's good to know that we can corrupt movies, but necessarily if we get any good effect is neither. It's we're not gonna get a good effect. So it's unchecked movies. We're gonna move on to rom.bin. Let's load a fresh save once again, so I'm gonna clear out our extracted ROMs, our cached version. I should be ready with the Animal Crossing music. Clear that out. Keep it really low, so we just keep it going. And we're gonna load it once again with adding the 0. So technically we're not corrupting at all. We're adding nothing. And there's the working version once again. Just make sure it works. Now we're gonna move past all of this once it gives us control. And we're going to begin, I think, corrupting at the character creation screen. Perhaps we'll even create another Wasabi. I don't know how close we can actually get to Wasabi. But let's create a sim. And you can notice the audio is just a tiny bit crusty. And I think that's due to my graphics renderer. That should fix it. Yeah, it sounds alright now. Let me make 2 more save states there and load it properly. There we go. It's a little crusty, and I kept running into that. I'm not exactly sure what causes it, but oh well. Okay, so let's see if we can create a Wasabi. We'll call him Wasabi. Okay. Go for, if we have an afro, we do have an afro. And Wasabi has, what color hair? Purple hair usually, or like pink hair. That works. And Wasabi has like a mustache thing going on. I should have an example picture. Oh, and streamer mode makes it all private. We'll do like that. That works. And shirts really don't matter. Pants, give him slacks. Or outfits, give him a whole outfit. There you go, Hawaiian. Great. And I think right here we're gonna corrupt. We want to look at his face though, so a little bit zoomed out. We'll try there. Okay. So now we're gonna corrupt the ROM. We're gonna increase the step size to 1000, and we're gonna add just 1 once again. Close off the ROM. Try it again. It may have trouble loading, possibly. This is actually okay for the most part. There's a little broken EA symbol, so that does give us a good sign that we're corrupting it properly. Now once we load our save state, everything might be okay. But we have to play around a little bit, and once you play around, you'll see that stuff isn't quite as it should be. Colors are overlapping a little bit. Wasabi just decided to exit the dimension. He was done with it. Facial hair's okay. We just can't stay on this window too long. Otherwise it crashes out. Can we go to the aspirations? No! Look at that GUI window. Jesus. This, not okay, not okay. Oh, that was a crusty crash. It doesn't like the 4th window. I forget what that one is. I think it's just your outfits. Your aspirations are okay though, kind of. He disappeared though. His aspirations he couldn't catch up to. Oh, well, there's that bad crash again. I was sending a real quick picture of Wasabi so he knows what he looks like. There we go. Let's do a new corruption. So I'm gonna increase the step size by 1, which will just offset everything by 1, and we'll get a brand new fresh corruption just from that. The nice thing about this, and I'll actually demonstrate this, if we load the exact same parameters in terms of step size, starting address, adding, we'll get the exact same corruption effect. So, exact same effect, nothing has changed even though we've reloaded the corruption. This is different from the real-time corruptor where it makes it very simple. You just hit blast target and it'll randomize it every single time. This one you have a little bit more control. And you'll see that when you actually try to save an emulation or save a corruption, it will just give you these parameter values, and it will just regenerate that. DS Wasabi, exactly! I think that's the best we're gonna get to. I don't think you can get any better than that. Here's an example. We'll go to like 9,000, 90,000. If we try to do like hair, you got the afro, but the coloration is a little tricky. I think white is the most fitting, or pink is the most fitting because it's kind of like, you get like pinkish purplish hair. Oh, he's like flexing too. White looks a little bit off, so I went pink. I think it looks good. Alright, let's give this another corruption attempt. We're gonna corrupt every 1,000. Give that a go. Oh, we already had 1,000. 1,001. Offset it by 1. And that's actually okay for the most part. You'll see... I don't know if I should capture my cursor at all. That might get annoying if you see that a lot. But let me just capture it for the bottom window as it crashes. Load that again. Let me just capture it for down here. Is that annoying? Yeah. Because that's where we're clicking anyways. We're clicking on stuff down here. Oh, look at these faces too. I'm not gonna do it for the top window though. I can just point down there. Those are some great faces, some crusty faces. Oh, what's this sweater? This vomit sweater. That's perfect for the holiday season. His legs are a little broken down there. He's got a little bit of darkness on his legs. And the clothes have just disappeared. He has decided this is the wardrobe for him and he will not change. Oh, I don't think I loaded the proper corruption where he's wearing the Hawaiian clothes. I want the Hawaiian clothes. Let me close out the emulator and clear off our extracted ROMs. Yeah, there we go. And I want to put him in a Hawaiian shirt. There we go. Okay, now we're ready to corrupt again. Let's do every 500. We're going to add 1. It just completely broke the window. In a really kind of pleasant way. It's just like, I'm gonna try to load it. I'll try my best. And then it just breaks. It snaps. I don't know what the keys are for left and right that are down here. Let me look that up so we can actually try rotating the character. That will be controller config. Do I actually have my controller plugged in? No, I don't. Right? Yeah, no, I don't. So left and right are going to be Q and W. Got it. Okay, that works alright. Sky Coaster Man, how's it going, sir? Hope you're doing well tonight. I was enjoying your Mario 64 stream. And we've got a puddle of wasabi down here, down in the Sims 2 character creation. Let's adjust that to be 550 for our starting size. And give that another corruption. Now the menu actually loads, it doesn't freak out and break right away. Some of the faces are a little bit off and Wasabi just gave up in the end. Oh, thank you for the host as well, Mr. Sky Coaster Man. Appreciate it, as always. How was your stream tonight, by the way? I was working on the Minecraft server for a little bit there at the end. Oh, I haven't actually announced that yet. So we're doing, Wasabi and I are working on a Minecraft server that we're looking to play on here and there when we're looking to relax. I've got it running on a laptop right here. So we'll be playing that sometime in the future once we have that IP available in case anyone wants to play. Oh, except he just disconnected. Wasabi disconnected from the server. It was okay. I hope to wrap up on Mario 64 soon. You're coming close. We were actually, I was talking to Wasabi about this and we were surprised that you weren't finished up quite yet. And I think it was because you're going for like the all-star run, right? You're going for every star you can. Which I remember when you started, you had said, I'm not gonna go for all the stars, I'm not a completionist. And then you went for the completionist run, which is great. I'm glad you're doing that though. It's a lot of, I guess, problem solving? It's a lot of fun though. It's good to finally do a 100% run. let's do... I am doing all stars, so it's going slowly. Yeah, I can imagine it would be... I think when I was watching at the beginning, you're at 70, and now you're up to, like, 90? So it might be a couple... 2 or 3 more streams? Hopefully 2. Because you may be starting to grow tired of it. I know I would at this point. We're gonna adjust our step size to 300. You're excited! I'm excited too. I'm very excited. I like the administrative side of things. I always have enjoyed that, so I'm excited to do administrative sides of the server. Oh, I've corrupted the intro, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for corrupted wasabi. Once again, the menu is just completely given up. Just the word wasabi. In fact, that's what screenshotting. Send that over to wasabi. We can't rotate the character, but here we can. And he doesn't break right away. We got the corrupted faces once again. What's the pause on key? Because it keeps automatically pausing, and I want to be able to reset that myself. In the past, for Nintendogs, I had to set up. I had trouble for Desume, which is the emulator we're using. Also, his body just freaked out. We had to set up a microphone, and it wasn't working with my default Blue Yeti microphone. So instead, I had to set up a white noise generation device to call my dog, because one of the first things you have to do is it has to learn your voice so that you can call for the dog. So if you could just imagine like a loud white noise sound for like 3 seconds, and then your dog's ears perk up and runs over to you. It was great. I love corrupting Nintendogs. That wasn't even a corruption, but I guess you can call it that. Let's see. Oh, and Mr. Sky, if you're still around, I got not a noisemaker, I guess a little bit of a noisemaker. I know Wasabi is the king of noisemakers, but I have one tool that he's been unable to play, and that when he mentioned he got it, I could not wait to get one of my own. I got a little jaw harp, which, it's not a piano, I'm not much of a musician, but this is one of the things that you twang, so... Unless I click it right off the bat. That little thing. It's like one of these. I know Wasabi has one, but he can't play it. He's trying his best though. I'm hoping to help him out with that a little bit. But hey, we all got little sound makers. I'm excited for your little, what is that, like the front desk service bell. I remember hearing that. All we need is a jug and we can start a hoedown. You got that right, brother. Which is weird. I mean, I come from like California, so like this would be never something I would ever even pick up. But I have... How would I phrase this? There's a couple games that I like that use that as an instrument, and I've loved the instrument ever since that. Bought that to mess with the dogs years ago. Really? Like a little Pavlovian test, if you will. Like, I feel like I would test my dogs, see if they'll go for the old salivating at the sound of a bell. Or even like mess around with them in with a, what's that even called? A doorbell. Kind of like a doorbell. Let's see, we're going to, let's switch. We're not going to add bits anymore. We're not going to add data. We're going to, let's set data. So you're traversing through the ROM, you're looking at every single individual address, and you hit one every 300 bits, and you say, okay, at this address, I'm going to do something. And that thing we're going to do is we're going to set a value, and we're going to set it 0. Because when you set a bunch of zeros in memory, all hell breaks loose, hopefully, or some weird stuff might happen. So let's check out what happens with that. First, we'll see if the intro cinematic will even work. Actually, yes, for the most part. Right when it was supposed to load the EA symbol, though, everything kind of broke. That says something about the company, I'm sure. But this one, the menu system's kind of the same, where it freaks out on 1. It loads actually okay for this one. It doesn't crash right away, and we get a little bit of a corrupted GIF there. I guess GIF, you can call it that. A little bit of corrupted animation, which I've been looking for. Oh, it loaded finally! It just took a sec. And then it crashed. Oh, that was great. I love that it freaked out like that. Did McDonald's create a modern Ronald McDonald? It sure looks like it, but if you didn't know, this is actually Wasabi Tonic himself. As close of a depiction as you can get in The Sims 2 for the DS. For all DS games, I usually try to make Wasabi to the best of my ability. Sims 2 is okay, I had to make him with gray hair because I didn't have fancy hair coloring. But yeah, Ronald McDonald is probably a little bit closer than the Wasabi in this case. I want to get this one again. That was fantastic. I want to see if I can... It might be tricky, but I have like a little alert notification that is like a rolling wave of corruption. It's kind of a glitch wave, if you will. But I want to replace that if I can with something that I've created. I kind of stole that one. Wasabi I never knew, but he does need a golden crown and a blue dress. Exactly, he is... I mean, he's had so many titles. He's the Kraut King, he's the Carrot King. I mean, it's a matter of time that he is the king of fast food itself. And don't click on number 4, it hates it. Can we do our aspirations? We can! And it's okay with it for the most part. Unless you click on popularity. Double Carrot King. That reminds me of, have you ever seen the animation called Double King? Sorry to play this terrible audio. Can we pause that? We can. Let me suggest a video if you haven't seen it. It's a good one. It's a little short film. Triple Carrot King. Queen? Wait, Triple Carrot Queen? That sounds like a racehorse title. The Triple Carrot Queen. Anyways, that's Double King, which is a nice, yeah, animation. Okay, you've seen it. I think Wasabi shared a link for that. Oh, I might have! Oh, I don't know if you've seen that. I'm gonna DM that. But that's a good one, I like that animation. I forget, I think the maker made a couple others. I forget if any of them were significant though. Anyway, moving on. I'm going to, instead of set 0, we're gonna set 1 within memory. I'm gonna try that. See how significantly different it is. Can we load the beginning? Hopefully. It crashes once we get to EA again. This actually loads okay for the most part. His body becomes like a sink pipe or like a PVC pipe. It just kind of goes off in one direction. But otherwise it's okay. Can we change genders? No problem there. Or you can T-pose the second you open up a menu. That's nice, I didn't actually think we'd get a T-pose out of this. For the other menus, we get this nice little corrupted GIF once again. Will it freak out like last time though? It will! Which worries me. We're definitely getting a different corruption than before, because it didn't do that other thing. Can we change faces? We can. Okay. That one crashes the same way. Aspirations all work, but I imagine they'll crash after a second. Yeah. Okay. Let's change our step size and bring that to 250, because it's still fairly playable at the moment. Is that background music distracting? Because the game kind of drowns it out, I feel like. Yeah, I should lower it a little bit. I'll keep pausing it. Oh, that's a pretty menu. That's a disgusting menu. It's overlapping with itself. That's like when you try to program a website and you don't really know what like style sheets are or anything like that, and you copy and paste it from another source, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna make my own website now, and you change one thing and it breaks everything. We got a little bit of clown vomit today. And very pretty clown vomit at that. I don't think I would, well, I've said that before, but very pretty clown vomit. It kind of reminds me, this looks very close to what we got when we corrupted, like, Legend of Zelda on the NES. To like those individual tiles all being corrupted, and they're very vibrant and colorful because there's not a lot of colors that you can actually make. They're not all like muddy with all the various grays you can create. Very pretty corruption, I like that a lot. It almost looks like you start off with hills for a couple seconds there and like a little bit of terrain. For 4, we can actually change our outfits, but our outfits on the actual body are just... they're just not good. Oh, Logitech's solar keyboard is running out of energy. These things. I like the outfit though. Can we keep changing it? I hope we can. The outfits are very corrupted. There's our formal wear, which actually looks almost okay, except for one of them. Sleepwear, minus being able to see your lungs through the shirts, like your lungs are just hot and they just burn through all your sleepwear, right through it. This looks okay. It almost also looks like his head is like, it's a normal head, but he has like frog legs. That's what goes to my head. That sounds bad. I don't think that was the amulet, or I don't think that was the corruption, that was me. Okay, that one is interesting. I like the clothing corruptions. Let's bump this down to 230. We're still setting one within memory. We might try setting a larger value. The hairstyles are a little bit off. It looks like it's having trouble drawing the face. It's just a top hat. The face itself is a top hat. Hairstyles work alright. This menu breaks once again, and it's a very, very pretty corruption. This is where I think all the clothing is stored, in 3. That's maybe why we're getting such... Well, no. What is 3? What's 4? I guess I'll be able to see it. Well, either way, 3 and 4, both very pretty corruptions. And there's our aspirations, surrounded by void, as most aspirations are. You want fortune, you want darkness that envelops that fortune. Friendship. No, you don't. You don't want friendship. Let's try... Let's just do random. So, give it a source address, just put something random there. We'll do 230 still, to see that the corruptions are different. Let's try loading the intro cinematic. Actually okay, except for the EA corruption. Looks actually for the most part alright. Crashes there when it tries to load Maxis, but you know, take what you can get. There's our hairstyles. Crashes right away. Some of the faces. Clothing's okay. So the clothing is in 4. Got it. Here's our formal wear. We look like a skeleton. Oh, wait a minute. Something magical happened, but I just barely missed it. Ah, there he is. Gonna take a quick little screenshot of that guy. Post these into the corruption category of Odd Brew, which I'm having trouble finding now. There it is. Alright. Should we do any more character corruptions? Let's do a little bit of sound corruptions, just a tiny bit. And see how that sounds. So now instead of doing rom.bin, we're just doing sounddata.rom. Does it sound bad? Sounds okay. How about in the actual game? Okay for the most part. I'm not hearing any problems. So maybe the sound data that we're thinking is here, like music and clicking stuff, perhaps that isn't stored here. Also, perhaps we're going a little bit too far out. Maybe it's a very small file. Maybe 50, we can adjust the starting address to. No, that sounds okay for the most part. So I think we're only gonna have luck with rom.bin, which is a little unfortunate, but we still do get a pretty wide range of corruptions, so I'm not too bummed out about it. If you want an example of a game that has a lot of options within this directory structure, Harvest Moon was a fantastic example. You could corrupt like 8 different subfolders, and you can get very specific corruptions for what you're looking for. Animal Crossing would be another example of one that you kind of just have to cross your fingers and hope you get something good. So, give or take. Anyways, let's load our our old, fresh save state with nothing applied to it. So we're gonna add 0. And we're gonna do a step size of 9,000. Close this off. And I'm gonna delete my backup of the ROM, so we're not caching any corruptions. and load this one. And this should be brand new, fresh, no corruptions whatsoever. I don't know what we might have, but as long as the EA looks okay, I think we're in the clear. We can load this, no problem. This has no corruptions applied to it. I forgot to adjust his face. There's not a whole lot of faces we can do here. Oh, I'm sorry, we can't even affect the face. This is just the beard. It says face style, that confused me. I like his outfit, that's fantastic. We're either going to search fortune, popularity, romance, or party. Wasabi seems like a party animal. I don't know. Maybe it's something about the voice. Maybe it's all the party tools that he has. We're gonna go for party. Keep the sim. Now, the windows are gonna be not so fun to play with. I mean, I don't really like how I have the DS set up down below right now. I also don't like that this window is clipping the bottom a little bit, so I have to adjust that as well. Oh, this is a lot of fun. Love it. There we go. I didn't get it quite perfect before the stream, and now I'm paying for it. I think that looks alright. Right? For the most part. We'll keep it. Roller Slick, you run the wrong way, ain't ya? Strange Town is dying faster than frogs on a freeway. What's your business here? Frog. Car troubles, eh? Well, now I know... Oh, I'm sorry. Car troubles, eh? Well, now I'm known around here as something of a handyman, but don't believe anything else you hear. I'd be willing to have a look under the hood if you don't mind. Shoot, kid, the engine's got more holes in it than a donut shop. It's gonna take me a while, a few days maybe. You could head over to the Strange Town Hotel and secure yourself a bed. It's nothing fancy, but I heard they got pillows. As long as they got pillows, good for me. You tell them Jebediah Jerky sent you. I don't know what that'll help any, but I like getting my name out there. New mission goal unlocked. See the goals tab for details. Time to explore, use the control pad, which I don't know how I have that set up. I might actually have to use the controller, which I wasn't planning on using. To walk around, and B to run/walk. Let's do that. The audio is getting a little crusty, so I gotta reset stuff. Let me do this. There we go. That reset it. For some reason, reselecting the graphics renderer eliminates all the crust. I don't know if it... I have no clue why that is. It's not graphics that are causing the issue. Maybe it's chugging, and like it's kinda as a result of that. That's my suspicion. Whether it's correct or not, I'm not sure. 360 controller. Still the best controller I've owned, and I'm so bummed out that they don't sell it anymore. I'm gonna have to get a very old, used copy and treat it very, very nicely, because I don't want to move on to the Xbox One quite yet. Alright, so we got our save states, or we got a save state. I don't know if I want to keep it here or not. The controller's not set up. This is set up, so maybe we could just use this. B to interact. Oh, sorry about that. Put that back. Controller config. Yeah, no, the controller's not even gonna work. It doesn't support X input, so. Bad. If we had a Steam controller, don't have to worry about that. Okay. B is Z, A is X. Like that, just... Let's go talk to Jebediah. Oh, no, I'm thinking. There's more than one way to skin a cat, and there are at least 3 ways to fix an engine. Hear that? Why does he give us like a little exclamation point? I thought that means he has a mission of sorts. Impress. Dance. Laugh. High five. Does he just not like any of this? No, he's not happy at all. And there goes all our sanity! No! Our audio's got crusty once again as well. Let's get him in frame and let's just corrupt here. So, that's good to go. I'm gonna select rom.bin. And we're going to begin adding data, sorry, to the ROM at step size at 200. And I'm going to increase my starting as well to 1000. Let's give that a go. I like how quick all this loads up. Very nice. I'm very happy with that. I think it's because in OBS I'm using window title plus match, which is useful for when I have corruption windows. Oh, look at Maxis. That looks amazing. I almost want to keep that. When I have multiple corruption windows, they're all titled the same thing, even though there's much tools associated with them. That gets me into trouble. So I have to reload all the corruption windows through OBS. I guess we won't have that trouble with the Sume, so I don't have to use that. I can do match the executable, and as long as the executable is there, quick load it up. Don't have to worry about matching the titles. This one's an instant crash. We still have the audio, but we can't move around whatsoever. And I think that's going to be the case with a lot of these, so I should increase the step size. Let's maybe... I kind of just would go inside, though. Let's do that. Every 9,000, 90,000, add 0. Because I want to see the inside of a building. We'll do the hotel. It says B to run. There we are. That looks like an inn. Oh no, it's a bar. Welcome to Mama's Place Saloon. Try some Mama's home cooking, drink some sarsaparilla, or dance the night away. Oh, the dance floor. This is just bringing back memories of when I used to play this game. We can change the camera around, right? Yeah. We can rotate the camera all around. Get to play different songs if we wanna. There's nothing quite like the control of a, Oh, there's a game in there. I wonder what that's gonna look like. Nothing quite like the feeling of actually having a Nintendo DS in your hand and playing it like that. Playing on an emulator is never gonna be as perfect, but that's why old hardware is always the best. Let's try... What happened there? We're supposed to be playing. Wait, what? Play. Oh, you actually do play, but it's like based on the angle that you're looking at the window. That's super weird. What? Okay, cool. I like how that's pretty neat. All right, let's corrupt this. So every 500, not 300. Let's add 1. That should be a good amount. See if that does anything. Works okay. Works extremely okay, actually. But we can't leave, so this actually makes me worry. I think when anytime we're gonna load this save state, it's gonna work perfectly. Unless we try to leave, because then the actual corruption loads, or everything in memory right here is already loaded in, so you don't have to worry about anything changing. As soon as you try to leave something, or like exit out of this like a little demo scene that we're in, then we'll load new memory, and that's the memory that's corrupted. So I don't think we can corrupt here in this sense, sadly. What we can possibly do, yeah, we're gonna try, is back out of this, make a save state, and we're just gonna insert the coin. I think that will do it. So back down to, let's do like 700, add 1. There we go, that's nice. That's fantastic audio. I love it. Oh, it actually runs sometimes. Ooh, fantastic, all right. We get various other corruptions. We can get a working version. Okay. Let's dial back on the corruption, I think, a tiny bit. Oh my god. The room is like flooded. What's that over there? What is that symbol? Dang it. I keep having these little pictures that I really want to keep because that looks super neat as like a drawn background. And as a Twitch banner, because I have a Twitch banner that I'm currently happy with. But I keep seeing these ones that I would like to create into Twitch banners. Like, that's such a cool little graphic. I'm gonna keep it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm gonna keep it. Because I'm not artistic whatsoever, so seeing something like that, it's like, don't mind me, I'm just gonna steal it. If you can call it stealing. Okay, let's go up to 800. Corrupt that. Want a little less playful. Let's go up to 900. Corrupt that. That one, her body just like disappears. You actually enter the game itself, and you never return. Sometimes you can see your body as it leaves. Oh! We got a working version. But we can't leave it. Let's go to 950. We tilted the machine. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I don't like that sound effect. That's like a teleporting sound effect. Sounds a little less teleporting. Let's try, how about we try adding 2? See what that does. Same thing. Let's try writing random data. Which is a little less safe, I think. I'm surprised it even loaded. That's actually fantastic. Will it load again for us? Yeah, wow. That's more stable than adding. Let's try shifting. Shifting just 1. I need an emulator that when you hit the corrupt button here, it will close the emulator and rerun it, which is compatible with some emulators, but not Tsume. So, I really like Tsume, it's a fantastic emulator, but it has its quirks and it has its downsides. There's the sim symbol, which I want to copy that. That looks great. It looks like it's behind one of those frosted glass windows that you can't really see through. You can partially see through, but not entirely. Oh, actually, yeah, that too. Once again, the game doesn't really load there. Let's try using bitwise and zeroing out everything. Well, that's the same as setting 0. And that's the value is already 0. Let's do... I don't want to do any bitwise operations. Probably swap 2 bytes over, or 2 bits over. I don't know if these are bits or bytes. I'm pretty sure they're bits. I just keep mispronouncing it. That's the load. How about every 2000? Because we still have fairly big corruptions that are crashing right away. Even that is gigantic, so how about 5,000? That's kind of a small corruption. I think if it crashes here, that's our own fault. Let's try adding 1. Or I guess it's the corruptor's fault. I'm amazed it doesn't load anymore. And there's the same corruption again, too. Let's do 5,001. Nope, doesn't want to load. 5,002, perhaps? Nope. I'm gonna stop playing with this machine. 900,000. Corrupts. Load. Wait a minute. Why are we still corrupted? Just so you know, your game keeps messing up You know, I was wondering. I thought it was because of the emulator or something. It might be the game itself, to be honest. Thank you for the 5 bits, Mr. Sky. I should play dumb every once in a while and just be like, I don't know what's going on with my game. I just want to play The Sims 2. I don't know why it keeps breaking. That's all I've been trying to do on this channel for months, and I just fallen into this like corruption role. I don't know why. I'm just trying to play the game normally. Let's see. This should be the fresh copy. And okay, now it actually loads. We can play all that we want. But we're gonna not play. We're going to leave this area and go to the inn, just right across the way. And we're gonna try corrupting interiors now. That's actually not a bad spot. Rotating camera, very nice. Let's do it right there. We're gonna knock down our step size back to 200. Should be good. And add 1. I like the music, by the way. Very good music.
Hey!
Which we're just gonna mess up the sound of that. Hey! Corrupted man. We chose the wrong time to make that save state. Because, for example, once again, we're loading the save state, everything's already loaded in memory, so nothing is of amiss. But as soon as we load the next bit of memory, which is the text dialogue for the next section that he talks about. Unless I can't hit the X button. What? I can't even X. It crashed.
Hey!
Everything's broken at that point. Mission goal complete though.
Hey!
So let's change our save state out.
Hey!
There it is. Oh, I guess we can read that. He woke up. Welcome to the Strange Town Hotel. Can I help you with, oh, this is pointless. It's not like anyone is paying me anymore. That's right, my boss just walked out yesterday. He said he was fed up with this place and... Hold on, is the power out? Well, I guess I've been sleeping for a while. I gotta watch my desk. Maybe you can stoke the furnace for me. It's in the basement. Through the door on the left. Head down the stairs and walk straight ahead. Pick up any of the fuel rods you find lying around and toss them into the furnace. Yeah, let's find some nuclear fuel rods and just toss them in the fireplace. That'll work great. No. OSHA violations there, right? So we need to corrupt as we're walking into a building, because that will force like new memory to be loaded. So we're just gonna get real close to the entrance, but not walk in quite yet. And create a save state there. And that should be good. Let's knock that step size down to 200. No, that's way too little. How about, let's do 1,000. Add 1 still works. Start size, yeah, let's give that a go. That's what we like. Let's do 5,000. Oh, we got an interesting walk there for half a moment. What happened there? His arm freaked out. Hey, Green Tea, how's it going? I'm hoping we're getting some good corruptions on Sims 2 for the DS. Have you played this game? It's a great game if you haven't. It's not gonna let us load it. There we go. We can't enter the building. It crashes as soon as we try. Let's do... I feel like we need to change our starting address. Maybe that's a little dangerous. We're corrupting some important stuff. Let's go a little bit further out. 2,000. Let's do like 5,001. You broke the building. I did break the building. You can't even enter the building. Oh no. We get some audio. A little bit of chitter. A little bit of chatter. And we also broke the sim symbol, if you can see that. Oh, it's supposed to be rotating like it is now. But I think if I click on it, it breaks. And the entire game crashes. Don't click on the... What is that thing called? Plum bob? No. Plum something. Plum bob? That's the name of it. Yes, don't click on the plumb bob. Let's do... That one was a little bit better. Let's go just further out. 10,000. I just want to enter the building. That is my goal. We entered the building. And it's glorious. Oh, it looks just disgusting. Look at all the lines. So let's do a comparison. This is what it should look like. I'm gonna save these parameter values. 900,000. Gotta close it down. This is what the building should normally look like when you walk inside of it. Perfect good hotel. The lights do turn off, so that is innate. It's just because the power's currently off. But, you know, the floors look okay. The staircase is fine. You know, whatever. There's some dirt here and there that we can't really deal with. Now, when we load our handy-dandy special corruption, I'm going to paste that into the system here and go ahead and load that. We get a very nice looking hotel. In fact, I think I want to complete the mission just so we can get a better look at some of these corruptions that we get, because the night filter is going to bother us. It looks like a mossy murder scene. Very well said. I like the mossy touch because it does have like that ivory going on at the top. Very good. And then the blood, it is covered just in blood everywhere. I like the music. It's very fitting at this moment. So we sunk through the floor. What caused that? Did we just walk too far? Yeah, we walked into quicksand. Don't walk into quicksand. We slowed down there for a little bit. Why is he down here? We can talk to him too. What's up?
Hey.
Or what's up? The furnace is in the basement through the door on the left. Thanks. You walk too far and you enter death. Exactly. Just don't walk. Can't walk that far. And you gotta be cautious. Oh, look at these walls too. Let's go and give a good old rotate here. There we go. Look at that. Those crusty chairs, that beautiful bulletin board. Just wonderful. I wanna cheap a screenshot out of this, so I don't have to go deal with the mission. I can see it for like half a sec there. I just want the screenshot. No. Okay, we gotta finish the mission, but I'm gonna save these parameter values because I want to come back to here to take a screenshot a little bit later to see what this all looks like. It looks very pretty. Notepad. Okay, got that saved. Let's do the actual mission. Go stoke the furnace. Turn on the power. So we're picking up uranium fuel rods, and we're heading down the stairs to go throw these into a fireplace. I think this is downstairs, right? Yeah. Got a nice little trail of them. Little pencil sticks hanging out. Oh, a bank vault. Can't enter the bank vault though. That would be unsafe. This is the heart of Strange Town. This reactor needs nuclear rods in order to supply power to the hotel. Well, we will supply that. Over maybe. There we go. Add 1 fuel rod, refuel to max. 6 rods. Just stick them right in, don't worry about it. Come on. Alright, let's head on upstairs. You missed something here. What's this? Pick up body skill points. Athleticism! And another nuclear fuel rod. We'll just hold on to that. And hopefully upstairs he doesn't... Yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully it doesn't trigger a cutscene. But it did. Yeah, the power's back on! Each one of those fuel rods lasts about 3 days, though the furnace can hold much more than 1 at a time, so 18 total days. Oh, and I wanted to ask you, did you drop this note when you came in? I found it behind my computer monitor after you left. Here. Nostalgia, I know, right? The nostalgia, the uranium rods brought back such good memories. Stay around for just a moment, Mr. Wasabi. I have a good corruption that we're gonna look at in just a moment. There's a reason for Wasabi. The sun shines, the earth spins, and smart people like you run hotels. That's how you get into the hospitality business. People leave notes on your behalf when you try to stay in hotels. Guaranteed. Good luck, the citizens of Strange Town need your help. Alrighty. Oh, there's old Jerky. Phew, this place isn't exactly a palace, is it? We never saw more than one guest a month, Jeb. There was never any reason to clean up. That's backwards thinking. If you want to bring in customers, you gotta clean this place up, pick up the trash, vacuum this place. It's easy. You may be right, but I'm not supposed to leave this desk, so the kids will have to do it. That's a fair trade. If I'm gonna fix the car, you're gonna vacuum this hotel. Done and done. Mission completed. New goal. We'll check out that goal. Well, I guess we have to right away. Although it's gonna pulsate. Okay. Now we are free to roam around however we may choose. However we may choose to do so. Oh, that's disappointing though. When do we carry a save state? Oh, all the way back here. So the problem is our corruption persisted, which I don't like. And we didn't make any save states. So we gotta do this instead. Make sure the corruption has absolutely no effect whatsoever. I think we corrupted the outdoors and that created some kind of bug. So we have to do this once again. I apologize. So many fuel rods though. That's right, we can just kind of scoot on through this. There we go. I forgot we don't have to walk at a normal speed. Throw that. Fantastic. Okay, new save states. Go outside. Outside now works. Change the camera so we can get a good view of the hotel once we walk in. Okay. Now new save states. Now we're gonna load our corruption that we had before. Submit that. And corrupt. Now we can actually get screenshot material and it's not all dark. Hopefully. Yes. Yeah, this is the official corrupted hotel. Should go exploring a bit. Overworld was a lot smaller than I remember. I know, right? Holy, exactly. Luigi's Mansion, exactly. That's a very pretty image. I'm gonna take a nice old screenshot of that. Wasabi Tonic prepares for the new Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion 3, Strangeville. So I'm gonna go ahead and post that. That's a pretty corruption. I was happy to see that. It was dark before, so I couldn't quite take a good look at it, but yeah, look at all that. Look at the bulletin board. Beautiful. Oh. Let's pick up the vacuum. We'll do that in a sec. Can we talk to the man behind the desk? We seem to not be able to move around too much, like there's invisible walls. That's some pretty clown vomit too. Look, it rotates with the camera. Look at that plant. That is one detailed plant. If I ever get a house plant, I'm sorry. If I ever get a fake plant because I can't afford to take care of a house plant because I don't know how to take care of things, I'm gonna get a corrupted plant that looks exactly like that. And I think all I need is like tinsel. Christmas tree. I'll do a Christmas tree like that. In fact, I'm gonna even screenshot that and say, Wasabi admires Tech Support's Christmas tree. Okay. And what was that Wasabi? It was, should go exploring a bit. Overworld was a lot smaller than I remember. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. I remember that. Because it's only these, like, couple locations. So you have the inn, the jail, the shop, the tavern, the bar, I should say. Grocery store. Oh, flashing warning, Jesus. If you are sensitive to flashing lights, hopefully that was not too much for you. For this stream, I guess I didn't think we'd run into any flashing lights, but It should go with all corruption streams. We have flashing lights on the stream, we have loud sounds, and we have bright colors. So if you're sensitive to any of those types of material, as we saw here with a very quick example, you may need to remove yourself because they are completely unpredictable and uncontrollable. So be cautious. I'm going to continue this corruption in order to reload it, but be cautious of that. Thanks for the seizures, dude! Howdy, how's it going, Mr. Spagoodlers? How was the Monster Hunter? How's your kitty? Out of context, that sounds a little weird, but you know. Oh wait, did you get a new emote? No, never mind. I was typing in Spagoodlers and I got spaghetti, and I was like, whoa, a third emote! No, it's just spaghetti. Have you played Sims 2 for the Nintendo DS, Mr. Spagoodlers? If you haven't, I recommend it. It's a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of the Sims series, and Sims 2 was, as Wasabi Tonic said, kind of close to... He messed up your face. Kind of close to Animal Crossing a little bit. Like, it has parallels. A lot of fun, though. You hate Monster Hunter World? I've never played Monster Hunter World. I had a friend who kind of ruined it for me, so I never really got into the series. I hear good things, but not my cup of tea. But you hate it. That's not good to hear. Why do you hate it? What about it? I've actually never played a Sims. Never played a Sims whatsoever. Oh, you gotta go play a Sims, man. You gotta go make... Well, if you have fellow streamer friends, you gotta make the streamer friends in the Sims. I would always make like people I either work with or like I go to school with, and I would just have like situations like that. Just play the Sims doing that. I'm amazed how many people haven't played the Sims. Brisby was in here a little bit earlier saying he hasn't played it. That's you as well. I hope Sky has played it. You might not have played it a lot. Also, Tonic Wasabi. You confused me there. What's going on, Tonic Wasabi? I prefer the original Monster Hunter titles myself. I think I remember you mentioning that, and you said that I should check out the original ones before I even touch any of the latter series. I hate how everyone is all campy and anime as fuck. I hate the cats. I hate the 2 hours of a tutorial. Those are all understandable complaints that I would completely understand. I'm test streaming stuff, so I have this account logged in. Okay, gotcha. I don't know how the cat mechanic works, but the 2-hour tutorial, that is never fun. No matter what situation you're in, it's pain. So I'm sorry to have to hear that. By the way, it's test streaming. How's the test stream going, Wasabi? Also, I didn't get a chance to show you this, but you sink through the floor. There's a little bit of quicksand at the end of this hallway. If we get it just right, you just gotta run ahead and get to the right points. There it is. Face through the floor just a little bit. A little bit out of bounds. That actually scared me. That was loud. Alright. Whew, you guys got the compressor on the stream, but that almost blew out my ear. Also, if I don't like it when people say stuff like, oh, this game is fun after you do X, Y, and Z. Oh no, absolutely. Game needs to be fun immediately. True that. And who was it who said this? But like, it was some popular game developer. But if you strip away, oh no, it was Krubcat was showing someone who was reviewing a game. Anyways, details don't matter. If you show a game and you strip away all of the frills, all the particle effects, all the pretty like coloration stuff, all the fancy models, and you just have the bare minimum game mechanics themselves, that needs to be fun. If the game itself is not fun, then all the particle effects and all the fancy stuff, it doesn't matter. It's not a fun game. And I've heard some complaints about Monster Hunter World, and at least the latter series. I heard the original ones are alright, but that sounds like I would not have a good time. Like maybe later, sure, but I play the game because I want to have fun right away. You know? Maybe it's just the way I play. Anyways, we're going to try corrupting within this area, see what we get. So I'm going to try corrupting. Let's actually add 2. Let's see what happens when we do that. 2. Also, I got some new corruption windows because we're corrupting on Nintendo DS, so none of our existing corruptors would work on this. So we're using Vinecorrupt today. The sun is gonna explode too soon for me to do 2 hours of tutorials. I can't even sit in class for 2 hours. Like, bad audio. I get like antsy, and I usually have an hour and a half class, but then I take night classes, which are 3 hours, I think. 3 hours, pushing 4 hours. I cannot sit for that whole period. It just, I get so tired of it. Rage over, how has this been? This has been good! Even more pretty corruptions. My favorite types of corruptions are the ones where you just have shadows that are corrupted. This one is almost like that, but you see like some things in the background. It's just like a detail effect, and it looks very pretty. I like it a lot. I don't know what it is about it. It just looks so great. We haven't tried other buildings either. Let's give that a go. But yeah, if you, this is mostly reliving some childhood nostalgia that I used to play with this game a long time ago. Wasabi had suggested, and I remember I played this so long ago, and it hit close to home. I had a 3 hour class once. I would leave about halfway through for a smoke break. It was a 50-50 if I'd come back. I had a friend who did the exact same thing. He would either go for a smoke or he'd just walk home. I always saw him packing up, and he's like, you know, I'll watch the rest online. Because for our university, we record all our lectures, so there's a camera in the back of the room, and like after the class is done, you can go online and just watch the lecture. It's nice for reviewing material, but I always recommend people should just be there in the class because you're just not going to watch the video, like my buddy never did. So I ended up failing the class, which sucks. But like, I can never sit myself down and say, okay, now I'm going to watch an hour and a half of this video when I have all of this stuff around me. I'm just not going to do it. There's no way I'm going to convince myself to do it. And that's why I will not tell myself I cannot do online classes. Online classes are a big no for me. I cannot self-teach myself. I learn best in a classroom. And 4 hours is just pain. It's too much. I was also going to say, Spagulers, I don't know if you are a Minecraft player. That sounds so bad. I hate how bad of a rap Minecraft gets because of all the kids scene that they got. It does get a bad rap. But if you are, Wasabi Tonic and myself, we're starting a Minecraft server. We're doing a little bit of a Minecraft server. I've done it in the past. I've done a little bit of server administration. So I wanted to start it up. I have a spare laptop anyway, so I was like, I'll throw it up there. So if you're interested in checking that out, we're going to have it public in a few days. I will DM me if you're interested, and I'll send you a link. I was actually a fan of those videos. It allowed me to catch things that I missed when I showed up. Oh no, I absolutely agree with you. Like, it's great. It's a nice resource, and if you have the time to review those lectures, it's perfect. But you should be there. Absolutely, you should still be in class, take the lecture, and then if you need to go back and refer to the material, it's there. And I love it. But doing, like, some of our online classes, they're not actually, like, taught online in a sense. All it is just those recordings, so literally I could just show up to the class and get the exact same experience, but now I don't get to show up for class and I have to watch the online lecture. And the recording quality is like 480p about, so it's not ideal. I would play, but I don't have enough dedicated WAMs. You need to go buy some more dedicated WAM online. I think I have enough dedicated WAM to run a Minecraft server, but I don't know, I've had to double check a couple times. Good memories. Let's see if we can enter any other buildings. I think most of them... Oh, we get some spicy audio. You like that rock? That's like played through a fan or something? That is maybe my favorite meme. Oh, I didn't think that was a doorway. It's a good one. There's a website for it too. I think it's... Let's see if I can find it. It's just dedicated WAM to the website. Oh, yep, there it is. Oh, it literally just plays it. Well, if anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, check out dedicatedwam.com. Every time I get social anxiety, I think about the kid. He has to live out the rest of his life. There's two scenarios. There's either he thinks about that. Well, let's start with the good scenario. The good scenario is he forgot completely about that day. He's never found the recording, and he just hates Minecraft now and just like moved on. He became a banker or something. That's the good scenario. The bad scenario is every single waking day of his life, he thinks about that. Thinks about going up there, thinks about how cringy he was, thinks about that the video is popular online, despite him not wanting it there anymore. The poor kid. He hasn't stepped forward either, like, oh yeah, I was the dedicated Wham kid. He's a ghost. Oh, Animal Crossing is still playing. Sorry about the mixture of audio. Okay, what were we doing last? Oh, we're seeing if these buildings work. Right. Let me change around our step size. So we found a good step size initially. Let's add like 200 to it. Or, yeah. 200. There we go. It's between that and the legendary Timba 2 speedrun. Oh yes, that one! I was like, what are you talking about? I don't remember Legendary 2 anything Tomba. I don't remember the game, I remember it was like a cult classic. But I'd really prefer if you be quiet, and then just the kid just... He'd like... I can't even emanate just the 1,000-yard stare, the sadness in his face, the like complete broken character that he became after that. Just the poor kid. He must think about that every day of his life because he was conscious to make that decision. I hope he changed in one way or another. I wouldn't say he was terribly annoying, but like you're doing it during the speedrun, man. I mean, come on. Isn't a place to do that. Let's see if this loads. It doesn't load because we become liquid. Liquid. And we can keep walking. I can keep hitting down the walk button. And as soon as I let go of it, it crashes. Walk, walk, walk. Crash. Can't move around. So your movement determines when the game crashes. How about that? That was like a... that was a little jump scare there. That's great. Pink lemonade? Yep, pink lemonade. I think with... Should stop the audio. I think with blue raspberry. I think it's this one. It's just, I use like those really cheap little mixers that you stick in water. Because this one's sugar-free, so it's not too bad. I like a little bit of flavored water. Better than soda. I'd be drinking soda otherwise, so. Let's see. So this one, it crashes right away. We're gonna adjust the step size. You a Crystal Light Man? You know I'm Crystal Light Man. If I'm gonna be buying any kind of stuff I'm putting in my body, I'm buying some quality stuff. Don't take that out of context. No, yeah, I buy Crystal Light. That's like good quality stuff. Hotel works fine. We actually got no corruptions here. I still have on this other browser Golden Bear, Arizona. I gotta get that. I'm thinking about it, but I know I checked our university, it doesn't carry it. I gotta go like Target on the other campus to go check with them. Sparky only inserts quality. Which still works! That actually still works for what I said. I only insert quality into my body. Oh, it crashed. I was waiting for it to load, that's why I kept doing the face. Can we enter this place? No. Okay, that is crashy. Very crashy. We're gonna knock down our ad to 1. Yeah, let's try that. There we go. Got a little bit of drum solo at the end. Oh, Mr. Spagulers, are you a fan of jaw harps? And I will not explain it any further. You have to Google it. No innuendos here. Well, too late for that. Move along, folks. Yeah, move along, folks. I like the little spagulers push away. So that one's crashing as well. Let's try. How about we go like 500? So in case you don't know what that is, it's like those old, like, you would listen to like bluegrass and they got like the twanging little sound, you know? Yeah, the instrument. Are you a fan of them? No, the instrument. No, you're right with the instrument. Nothing weird. We're not going that far. I guess you could go somewhere weird with that. No, we're talking about the instrument. You actually played one before. Oh, I hope you wouldn't judge my, you were trash at it though? Okay, fair enough. I was gonna say, I hope you don't judge my playstyle. So Wasabi Tonic has all these little sound makers that I absolutely love. He has like a little $1 piano that he plays. He has a couple like maracas, and he has, what does he have? Like clappers and stuff like that. They're all fantastic. And he said he was getting a jaw harp, and I was like, that sounds amazing. I kind of want one too. So I picked up a jaw harp, and now I have a jaw harp. I'm still not very good at it, but I'm trying to get better at it. I've only had it for the day, so, you know. You know, best I can do. I'll get better at it slowly but surely. It's something just, like, nice to play around with. It's not... I gotta be louder with it, though. That was a little quiet. It's nice and bassy, though, which I like. Curse Wasabi Tonic. They are fun, absolutely. Don't curse Wasabi Tonic. He doesn't deserve to go to Donkey Town. Come on, Donkey Town isn't a place for that man. I hope you're doing well, Sky Coaster Man. I keep saying your name completely. I don't say Sky for some reason. I just gotta say Sky Coaster Man. Because it's such, it like rolls off the tongue so nicely. Sky deserves to go to Beartown. Beartown's where it's at. It's not like the Donkey Town. Donkey Town, like, you only get bad people in Donkey Town. Beartown, you get a bunch of people who are, there's some good people. Donkey Tongue. Where were we last? We were here. I'm being bad at loading these corruptions, so I gotta increase the step size further. Our bytes corrupted is so small, though. So I worry about increasing that even further. How about we go, like, 350, increase our start size so we don't mess with any of, like, the initial data. Curse TechSupportSparky, what'd I do? I don't even have 1 hour, 1 life. See, if I were to start playing it, I would just get cursed immediately, so can't do it. Also, I'm super pleased to see my emote is so beloved. It's such a nice emote too. Like it's a clever idea. And there's, let me take a look at the edit. Like it's literally just like the epic glasses over a pair of chicken nug. But it's just quality. Like I love it. I've never seen anything like a food item that I want to use so regularly. It's just a chill little nug. You know, it's a chill nug. We got a nice corrupted store, which is very, very cool looking. I like the floor. That looks very, very feng shui, if you will. I would say I work hard on it, but I didn't. Yeah. I would say I worked hard on my. Well, I'm gonna say I worked hard on mine. The little corrupted raccoon. I worked hard on that. I worked hard on trying to get it to scale and like getting it look right when it was actually like minimized. And I'm still not entirely happy with it. I want to change it at some point. But Texagini, that was not a lot of effort. That was just, I stole that from one of my bully streams. And I like it a lot. You know, it's like Forehead, but it's Texagini instead. This is the store where Sparky buys his games. Actually, very true. Oh, that makes me want to... Dang it. A long time ago when I started streaming, I wanted to experiment with different ways to corrupt. I've kind of gotten into a routine where I do this thing, I corrupt alive, and I just show the game itself. But for a while I was doing something called MU Paradise, which is an alternate reality game. Well, no, it's a VR game, I'm sorry. Not alternate reality. It's a VR game that can also be played without VR headset, so you can play it just normally. And what it does is it's... Also, Sky, if you're listening, check out MU Paradise, you might like it. It emulates games in like a room environment, I guess I'll say. And let me see if I can throw up a picture. MU Paradise. Oh my god, not MU Paradise. Wait, no, MU VR. MU Paradise is where I get my information about games. I don't do anything at MU Paradise. MU VR, my mistake. I got the name totally wrong. Let me get a picture of MU Paradise. I can find a good picture, not really. So it's kind of like the most basic ideas. It's like a bedroom and it's trying to play on your nostalgia where it looks like an old 80s, 90s, 70s, 80s, 90s bedroom. I actually don't know the genre, the eras, because I didn't live in those eras. I'm sure you never used it or coolroms.com before. Coolroms is terrible. That's a terrible site. Why are you even suggesting that or even stating it? You can't even look at ROM information there. It doesn't even give you like descriptions of the games that I have personally ripped myself. I mean, come on. Give me some details. Terrible. No. Anyways, so EmuVR, essentially think about like it gives you a CRTV. You can plug a console into that CRT in VR, or you can just like pick up the cables and plug them in the environment that you play in, and then you load cartridges in. And the cool thing that I really liked about that was that when you loaded a cartridge in, it fresh loaded it from memory, so it doesn't cache all the games when you start up the game for the first time. It's like every single time you put the cartridge in, it's a brand new load of that game. It just retrieves it from your hard drive. So I was having a lot of fun the first time I played Emu Paradise on stream, just taking like an NDS cartridge and like smashing it against the floor a couple times. And in the background I was really just corrupting it using some special tools, and then sticking it in the console and watching the corrupted version on a CRTV. Yeah, CRTV. I liked it a lot. I want to do that more, but I don't think this PC can handle it. I have to go back home and do it on the big rig in order to get that done. I think I only have 1 or 2 videos because I did it a couple times, but only 1 or 2 are actually logged onto my YouTube, sadly. But it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Like, I was just throwing the cartridges around the room, pouring Coke on it, stuff like that. I would like to download 1 illegal Mario, please. Just one illegal Mario, and maybe if it's good, I'll download one Luigi too. I mean, just 1 Luigi. I suggest CoolROMs, Spagulers, tested approved. That is a bad endorsement, Spagulers. I would not put all my eggs in that basket. I would put my eggs in some quality, detailed ROM sites like Zipertu and Emu Paradise. Well, you know what? Emu Paradise still provides detailed ROM information as per the title and the description, and they still host all of the ROM information. Summon Terrabot. Don't you say that, Sky, because it's gonna happen. If the server's running right there, you're gonna summon him. He saw it. I gotta grab something real quick. Don't look behind me. I was actually talking about this before stream. I was chatting with Sabi, and I really wish I could chroma key myself out of this window, because if this wall was like slightly a different color and was not my exact skin tone, then I'd be able to chroma key myself out, because it's mostly a seamless wall. If I like reposition the camera so the desk isn't right here, I could even, you know, slightly cut off the window like this. Then I could just have, you know, just me and no background whatsoever. But it's in my exact skin tone, pretty much. Like, it's a little bit off. But anyways, can't chroma key myself out because my wall is made of flesh. So, bad. Just get a tan. That would also be an option, but I'm also a computer programmer, so I stay inside all day, and I can't get a tan. I don't need flesh, that's also a good point. Like, if I was just, you know, white bones, then it wouldn't be a problem. So maybe it would just be skelly. Let's see, I'm gonna load this one up. Enter the hotel. Hotel is okay for the most part. Paint skin green, chroma key the wall color. I like that one, that's not a bad idea. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Just take on the whole persona. I mean, it's happened before, right? He could be in Orion's Slave Girl on stream. Oh my god. I guess so. Sky Coaster Man knows that he is better than Brisbane. Oh, I read it out loud! I stopped myself though. You can't clip me now, Sky. You can try all you want, but you can't clip me now. I love, who is that? That's Caleb DMTG. I love that emote. Bustin' makes me feel good. Loose scut? What is that? What does that mean? I might have to Google that. Oh, this is something I don't know. This is something that I think is dating me. Is predating me. Is making me look young. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry, Sky. Let me do, instead of adding random data, I'm just gonna add just randomness here and there, if that makes sense. I'm changing set add to set random. I've been subbed to Caleb D for over a year. That channel got you into Twitch. I'm not familiar with Caleb D. Is it a small time or a big time? Caleb D, well, considering that just looking up his Twitter, he immediately popped up, I'm gonna say big time. Oh, okay, and he's also, wait. Oh, so he's also a partner. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's got some quality emotes. Look at that. Look at that banana monkey. Look at that code monkey. I actually like those emotes because they're not very generic ones where they're like, here's all of my emotes that are just the same exact emote but doing different expressions, which there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's awesome. But it's cool to also see someone else just take multiple different styles, or, well, I guess it's the same style for the most part. But it's just, you know, multiple different emotes ideas, I guess? I don't know how to put that to words. I like how he did that. Code Monkeys, remember that show? Oh yeah, I remember that show. Brisby knows that Sky's opinions are those of a delusional mind. Sky's opinions are those of a delusional mind. Delusional? He knows more than I do, though. He's far from delusional. What? I do remember Code Monkeys. I loved Code Monkeys, and what I didn't know is I've been a huge fan of the Oddworld series for a long time. I just finished off my Oddworld playthroughs fairly recently. And they had Lauren Lanning, who's the creator of the Oddworld series, or co-producer, co-creator, as like a guest star on the show temporarily, as like an animated guy, and he was talking about Oddworld, and like 10-year-old me, when I saw it, would never have known anything about what Oddworld was at the time. It was cool to go back to that and see it. But yeah, I have still yet to drink Tab, even though I've seen that show a lot, and every single time I hear the intro, they drink Tab and Mountain Dew, but never drank Tab before, and I really want to try it, even though I hear it's kind of bad. Not preferred. Has anyone in chat drinking Tab before? Oh, I actually broke the emulator. Ooh, that's a fun one. We don't crash the emulator very often in this stream for Desume. Code Monkey like Cheetos. Yes, that is true. I do like Cheetos. I don't eat them very often, but on the rare occasion when I do, they're very nice. Let's see. Increment this so we don't crash it. Sky probably has Tab and he loves it. I feel like Sky definitely has probably tasted it and he probably likes it. I don't know if he still drinks it, but he seems like the kind of guy who, like, he knows his niche stuff. I don't know if that's niche anymore, but he knows his classic stuff. And can I call it classic? I feel like I'm using all the wrong words. But either way, if he has tasted it before, I'm curious about his opinion on it, because I can't find him anywhere. I see like RC Cola everywhere. I can pick up RC Cola, no problem. But Tab, can't find it anywhere. Yeah, I'm just not looking hard enough. His Dr. Pepper on stream isn't real. It's really just Tab. Can you imagine he, like, one day accidentally drops the Dr. Pepper and, like, it reveals that it's just, like, one of those, fake... I don't even know what you call those. Like, it's a fake can. I don't know what people use those for. Like, they're cutaway cans, and usually people will, like, stick stuff in them. Like, I don't know, they're trying to sneak into a festival or something, so they put a bunch of nefarious items into the soda can. It's kind of like that, but he just is using the jacket for Dr. Pepper for Tab. And it's like this big lie, it's a big scandal. Sky doesn't actually drink Dr. Pepper. I've never actually tried the Diet Dr. Pepper, and I think I mentioned that on stream, or when he was streaming. I'm curious what the Diet one tastes like. I know there's a lot of diehard fans for Diet Dr. Pepsi, Like I had a teacher, a professor, who would not come in without a Diet Dr. Pepper and a Diet Pepsi in her hand. I have never got hooked on it before. I know the aspartame is supposed to... That's the damaging effects. I don't know if that's supposed to hook you or not. I don't know if that's addictive, but... I'm a fan of Dr. Pepper itself, so maybe I'll like it. The cans are empty. He really just has a keg of Tab behind the computer. Can you imagine? It's because... Is it that popular? Do they still make it that regularly? Because I don't go to the store very often, as you can probably tell by me not knowing anything that's in the store. But it's so rarely bought that he has to buy it directly from the manufacturer, and they're like, we're sorry, we can't send you individual cans, you gotta buy it by the keg. And he's like, okay, I'll take 3. Send them right on over. Don't even worry about tapping them. I have my own tapping kit because I've done this before. This ain't my first rodeo. The only diet soda I drink is Coke Zero. I think I've had Coke Zero, but I had it when I was really young, when I was kind of getting into soda, so I don't think I liked it at all. I should try it again to see if I like it. Regular Dr. Pepper is enjoyable though. Yeah, I like the aftertaste of the regular Dr. Pepper, and I think that's something that's kind of lacking from the Diet Dr. Pepper that I might not like. Maybe. Do you have a favorite drink for soda, fizzy, carbonated drinks? My favorite is tonic water. I love tonic water with a passion. I've got some tonic water in the fridge that I'm going to drink after this stream. Guaranteed. So I don't know why we keep crashing. There was a specific area that we were corrupting that was fantastic. I think it was 10,000. Let's just corrupt around that area, bring the starting address back down to 2,000, and we'll just increment from there, starting from like C. There we go. I had to go listen to Code Monkey theme. I know, right? Like you hear the name or you see the words and you're like, I gotta go listen to the theme just once more. Just one more time. It's weird to see the animation now. Like back when I saw it, it was like, it was amazing and they did all these cool things with like, you see the high scores at the top right increment when they fight each other and it's like, wow, and it's actually just like a video game on TV. Maybe I should go back and watch it again because I feel like some of that magic is gone now that I'm trying to remember it. Boylan sodas, particularly black cherry. Boylan's. I know, what's the soda I know? Because I know a black cherry soda. And they also make like a cream soda and one other one. Let me look it up. Boylan soda. Oh, I remember those bottles. Oh, that's always in like, we have a, this is a local store, so I can't say the name of it, but like a general grocery store, and they have a section of like weird drinks that are either like out of the States or they're just like weird soda items, and for some reason they would always put Boyla soda up there. However, I'm pronouncing it wrong. But I think I had their orange one, and the orange one was fantastic. I'll have to try the black cherry if I see it. And oh, they have ginger ale too, look at that! And they have a cream soda and a grape one. Ooh, I'm gonna try some of these. Also the root beer, because I'm a fan of fine craft root beer. Good fan. I think in the early 2000s, we were so hungry for video game related media that anything was gold. That's a good point. I think you're right on that. And I guess I don't know too much about that time, because I was born in that time. I'm too young. Not cherry cola, it's actually cherry soda. Oh, I see, okay. Cherry cola versus cherry soda. I can't imagine what a cherry soda would taste like. It sounds pretty good though, as long as it doesn't taste anything like cough syrup, because all my cough syrups have always been cherry flavored, so I'm always iffy to try new cherry flavored things, you know? But I'll just give that a try. Remember how trashed a bunch of those G4 shows were? I watched them all as kids. G4, what does G4 stand for? I should look that up. G4 shows. Oh, it's a channel. Oh, it's a cable channel. I didn't have cable. I had DirecTV ever since I was a kid. So that's why, over my head. The root beer is very good, and orange soda actually tastes like orange, not imitation orange. You sold me on that. As long as it tastes like real orange, that's fantastic. That sounds great. I'm gonna have to give that a try for sure. Boylan, I'm gonna write that down on my computer. I have my little reference stuff of stuff that people have suggested, like someone suggested a Tokyo treat box, which looked amazing. I still have Spagooler's suggestion for Golden Bear, Arizona. I'm gonna say boiling soda. I imagine it'll probably be a Target, I think. If it's not, I'll have to look around for it. I'm not really much older than you, Sparky. Stop. Yeah, you are. Aren't you like 5 years older than me? 5 going on 6, I think. We used to make me feel old because I remember Code Monkeys from college. Oh yeah. I think I was 10 when Code Monkeys came out, or when I watched it, not when it came out. So I was pretty young. I'm 23, recently 23. Well, I'm like 16, right? No, I'm 20, almost 21. Also, I like this corrupted Sims intro. I have not been paying attention to the corruptions whatsoever. I've been having fun chatting. I'm 8. Says the Minecraft player Wasabi Tonic. You usually find Boylan's at Bevmo, Total Wine, or Cost Plus. I have never heard of any of those stores before. I don't know what those stores are. I think I've heard of Bevmo before, but only because of like a passing sentence or something like that. I think. When Sparky says he's 16 and you start thinking back to all the things you said to him, what can be traced back to me? You're from California, you've heard of Bevmo. I really haven't. I'm from a part of California where... I'm allowed to say I'm from a smaller part of California. That's not giving away too much. I'm from a smaller part of California, so I don't know that. I know... I can't say the grocery stores are around me, because there's so little amount of grocery stores that it's a little too revealing, so I'm gonna leave that off. But, I don't know Bevmo. Never heard of it. Never seen it. Never been there. There's even stores in Chicago that I've never even heard about before that I'm still seeing like every day. I think you said from the far north. That is correct. If I've said that before. I'm being ambiguous on purpose. Burn the computer, grab the magnets. Oh, yeah, you don't want those CSI agents. CSI. You don't want those NSA agents, I guess, in this case, hunting you down. Wondering where all the spaghetti went. Every stream, Sparky gives a little more information away. I'm trying my best I can to not do that. Keep saying that, I'll throw your scent off a little bit. I'll throw the trail off. I'm from Illinois with an S. I can hear everyone in the building just sigh in pain and be saying that. You don't pronounce it Illinois in Illinois. Just look at the just look for the raccoon farms. Yeah, you know, just keep heading up north. If you hit Oregon, you gone too far. If you see the raccoon farm with a bunch of, you know, happy raccoons that are not gigantically blown up, because you should not overfeed your raccoons. And you probably found me. I'm probably in the barn or something like that. Understood. Nice things about living in a big city is you can give your details and people still have no clue where you're from. You got that right. And that's why I'm okay with hosting the Minecraft server, because I'm in a big city. I can give away my IP address and it really doesn't matter to me too much. It does matter to me a little bit. And I'm gonna be a little cautious. I'm not giving away quite yet. I wanna see if I can mask it properly. I don't wanna use a VPN for this specific purpose. I use a VPN otherwise. Yeah, that's about the extent of it. Anyway, I like being private about it. Only because I live from a kind of a small place, so. I go to a place where everyone knows my name. It's gonna be a nice doxing though. You're gonna get a firm handshake and a plastic Ziploc bag of spaghetti. Well hey, if you can find me, and you can deliver a Ziploc bag of spaghetti, and this is not a challenge to anyone, this is only extended to spagoolers in this very rare circumstance, I would be happy to accept that firm handshake. That's, yes. That is my statement on that. Oh, I closed the wrong window. No, I closed Vinecorrupt. I meant to close the emulation. Shoot. Well, now all our windows are gone. Nintendo DS. There we go. Overfed raccoons are war raccoons. Oh my god! Sammy, you can't say that! They got flesh armor. Oh, I just picture a raccoon like a little suit of armor, like those like knight outfits. That's adorable. God. Okay, well, I pull this back up. Let's listen to some Animal Crossing music. Extracted ROMs. There we go. The hunt is on. Yeah, that's not... I don't know. Don't say the hunt is on. I don't know about that. I gotta clear out my ROM window. I love Animal Crossing music. It's very peaceful. There's a lot of soundtracks I love. Does anyone have a favorite soundtrack out there? I know it's hard to say because if I was asked what my favorite soundtrack was, I would say a ton of them. Like Animal Crossing, the original Harvest Moon, I love Starbound, Jet Set Radio, of course, I can't go without saying Jet Set Radio. So how about, yeah, I know, Jet Set Radio, exactly, you beat me to it, Wasabi. Anything Oddworld? Well, there's some fantastic Oddworld ones, and there's some not so fantastic Oddworld ones. I don't know, not all the Oddworld ones. Blinks, exactly, Blinks the Time Sweeper. Ah, Blinks. Silent Hill 2, if there's any fans of amazing ambiance. Minecraft has an okay soundtrack. It isn't amazing, but it keeps you in the moment, and it makes every moment amazing when you hear the soundtrack. I gotta reset my corruption window, wait. 12,000, starting at 2,000, shifting... Let's shift. Let's try shifting bytes around. For reference, Sparky, I didn't go on a date the other day because it was a 15-minute drive. I'm too far lazy to actually find someone. Are you joking? You're joking, right? You didn't actually... 15-minute drive? Shoot! If a 15-minute drive, that's like an hour walk. I would walk! Yeah, I guess I would walk. I mean, come on, if a car broke down, I would walk. It depends on the person, of course. I mean, come on. But still, far too lazy. FTL. We're crashing so often. It's too bad. I wouldn't want to crash this much. Let's try adding 1. Back to the basics, and see if we can just enter the building at the very least. Maybe if we dial back where we're corrupting, we had a sweet spot for a little while. Oh, I also noticed, we're not actually corrupting. Bytes corrupted is remaining 0, so never mind, we're not actually corrupting. We're just keep reloading the same one over and over again, so link her out in the cache. Extracted ROMs, there we go. Now we should be properly doing it? No, we're not. Shoot. I don't know how I feel about that. Let me try it again. I gotta run as administrator. Let me do that. You get older, less ambitious. In my early days, I would walk great distances and drive to brand new cities for dates and stuff. I'm still in that boat. Nowadays, if you don't live down the streets and want a pizza delivered, you can step off. You can step right off. You live in a big city though, so I guess that makes sense. Like maybe your block, like you have a good chance of finding a good number of people that are, I was gonna say something insulting. I was gonna say like a good number of like 3 to 4 on the Richter scale. Like instead of an actual, I can think of an actual like number 1 to 10. But I shouldn't judge people based on numbers. That's a mean thing to do. So I guess so. Right down the road though, I mean, it's so close. Like, how about bare minimum, 15 minutes I guess is kind of far, but like 5 minutes I could do. That's within like driving distance, it's not out of your way. 5 minutes is fair, in my opinion. Alright, I'm heading out. Have a good rest of your night. Thank you so much, Brizzy, and thank you for stopping by. Always nice to see you here. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by, of course. I'll see you in the next one, dude. I'll see you in the Sky stream, I bet. That man loves Sky. Rightfully so. Well, I hope he didn't hear me say that. He might have signed off before I said he loved, or I said he loved Sky. That Brisby life loves Sky Coaster Man. with a passion. Ah, there it is. No, but I hope you have a good night, man. Pop 1 million here. That enough to find... Wait, I'm sorry. Pop 1 million here. Oh, there's a population. I was like, pop 1 million? What are you popping over there, Spagoolers? Population of 1 million. What's Chicago's population? Burn this street. Burn it down to the ground. I don't even know. Can I have fire effects? Fire! Just fire effects from the bottom. I mean, this stream is already kind of a burning, flamey trash pile. I mean, it's a corruption stream. You're already in the trash. Chicago population is 2.7 million, but I bet that counts as suburbs, so it's probably like 1 million, at least. So yeah, that's enough. Within the neighborhood, down a couple of blocks, no problem at all. Though I did recently move to the burbs, so the cuties got older. Nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. A little bit more money. No, that's terrible. I can't say that. You know, you gotta spread out the range, Spagoodlers. Oh, the phrasing. I'm so sorry. Alright, let's load up the corruption, which I've been trying to do for a bit. I'm being a little slow. 7,000. Let's try that. Starting address, 2,000, shifting 1 bytes. Corrupt. Oh, emulator. Gotta reselect Asume. Don't need no sugar mama. This spaghetti be savory. Oh my god! That is so quality! Did you come up with that right now? Or did you have that like in the back of your head? The spaghetti is savory. That is so good. Oh my god. I was gonna argue like, can't say no to some money, but damn, you knocked me off my feet. We can enter the hotel. Okay, good sign. Got dumb brain. Nothing I say is premeditated. Well, that's good in case you ever... Can I say plan a murder? That's not allowed to say. That's against TOS, right? It's good in case you ever plan a murder. You have it on record here first that you never premeditate stuff. Act of passion. Act of passion, yeah. That's spaghetti passion. Oof. Well, we're getting something. Now we get some audio, which I'm happy about. At least it isn't just... It keeps like instant crashing as soon as we open a building. Now I think I just gotta adjust our step size. Let's go back to 10,000. We're shifting still by 1. Enact the spaghetti. I wonder. Like, you know, police reports, they have those like very generic names like acts of larceny, acts of arsony, acts of manslaughter, you know, stuff like that. I wonder what would qualify as an act of spaghetti to them. Like, what would you have to do? You have to get creative, I can tell you that. Like, you can't murder someone with spaghetti, that's an act of manslaughter. And you can't, like, cheat on your wife with spaghetti, because that's still an act of passion, though spaghetti was involved. Spaghetti was an accomplice. What would be an act of spaghetti? Makes you think. Makes you wonder. Will one day Spagoolers be charged with acts of spaghetti? Oh, flashing light warning, I apologize. Last time I was in court for a spaghetti crime, I did a dime. Look at you with the rhyming today. Look at that. Good quality. Make pasta out of flesh. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh, I have a dark sense of humor, I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh at that. That's good though. That would be an act of spaghetti, you get that right. First bar of the rap right there. Oh, the thing you said, not to make pasta out of flesh. That would be a very bad rap. Or maybe a really good one, maybe it depends who's spitting it. I do have mature tag on, I can say whatever the fuck I want. Flesh pasta is the line, I think. Okay, as long as you can incorporate that into any work of beauty, Also, we have Animal Crossing music. I should stop that. As long as you can work that into a work of beauty, which I'm confident you can. I mean, given you can recognize such a nice beat with those, what was that WWE corruption? You recognize that beat like no one else. You got that rhythm. Now let's see that style. Let's see that spaghetti style. Corrupt. I mean, the line where the children need to hide, the metaphorical one. What? Wait, what? Flesh rhymes with more things than spaghetti, so there's that. Let's take a look at some of those. There's a great site I use called Rhyme Brain. Let's rhyme flesh. We got fresh, you get that fresh flesh. You got thresh, you got mesh, get that mesh flesh. Creche, refresh. And then half rhymes, less, yes, rev, ref, f, def, says, press, dress, breath, dress, etc, etc, etc. Spaghetti rhymes with everything. What does spaghetti rhyme with? Other than everything, because I know it rhymes with the word everything. Spaghetti, petty spaghetti. Gaiety, if you're having some very good time, some gaiety. Some yeti, you get that yeti spaghetti. Sweaty spaghetti. God. Machete, confetti, fidgety? Fidgety? Fettuccine, no. And Liberetti. I like Liberetti, I think that's my favorite. It's not like liberation, but we're gonna Liberetti the town. Liberetti the spaghetti. I don't know what I'm holding, like a torch or a sword. Spaghetti rhymes with everything, just gotta add the Eddie to the end, exactly. Doorknob. Give me a second, doorknob. Knees weak, arms spaghetti. Vomit on my spaghetti already. It's spaghetti. You've heard mom's spaghetti, right? I mean, I'm sure that's what you're referencing, but I just want to be sure. For the very odd chance that you haven't actually heard mom's spaghetti, I want to make sure you hit that note. Twitch sings. I know! When are you gonna get that invitation, Spagoolers? I'm so excited for some Spagoolers Twitch sings. It's gonna be so cash. So quality. Classic memes. Okay, just double checking. I mean, you might not be too informed, so I'm just double checking. I gotcha. Doorknob. Oh, I don't have a good one for that. I know orange, like Dorange, because Eminem actually rhymed orange with Dorange, which is just a half rhyme. It's not even a real rhyme. But I don't know doorknob. Rob the doorknob. There you go. Let's do increase the step size. I'm having trouble finding like the sweet spot. Let's do like 15,000. That might do it. TechSupportSparky and Spagoolers duo Twitch sings. First song, Afternoon Delight? Afternoon Delight song? I haven't heard this song before. Am I uninformed? Do I have bad, like, music pasts? But I'm down, yeah, why not? Shoot, I will learn this song to the T. Ready for that TTV. Twitch sings. You talked to the man who meme dropped dedicated Wham and Toba 2 tonight. Actually, that's a very good point. You know the classics. You got that fine taste for the originals. Dedicated Wham. That is a song that there is no way suggestive or sexual in theme. I don't know it. I gotta listen to it more. You watched Arrested Development, Rights? I watched a little bit of it. I haven't finished it. I've watched Arrested Development. I know. I've watched. I just need to rewatch it. I think I watched it right when it came out, and I watched. I think the first 2 to 3 seasons, right when they're getting to like the cornball machine thing. I forget if that was season 2 or season 3. And I stopped after that, and I gotta finish it. I don't know why I did. I just didn't like the direction it was going at the time. I should get back to it. It was a good show though. I like it. It's decent. The Cornholer, that's the one, the Cornholer. Love the name. Quality name. We got like a perfect corruption and then nothing after that. Like we cannot beat that original corruption. With the colored hotel and all that. Actually, is this what it normally looks like, or does it? We saw you played this game before. Does this store look normally this messed up? No, right? It shouldn't look this decrepit. So I think that's a corruption that we can count. We can chalk that up for one. Okay, good. I was like, maybe it's a little messed up. Like it's in Strange Town, maybe they just didn't take care of it. I played the hell out of a remake of this game. Oh, I would play the fuck out of a remake of this game. This game, really, it did hit close to home. And again, I don't know if you played as Spagoolers, but I recommend checking out... Oh wait, you said you didn't play The Sims at all. Play the other Sims first. But then, if you're into cult classics, I don't think this is a cult classic at all, but I would play this one. Sparky, where'd you send me that beat, by the way? It's in the Spagoolers Discord. It's in, I think... What do you call it? I forget your category names. Dank memes. Yeah, Dank memes, like five post stops or something like that. I think it's Spagood Beats. The guy is usually green. I didn't actually see the green guy. Let's see. Oh, this guy. Okay. Found it. I hope that goes well. I don't know. You might need to open it in Audacity and adjust it a little bit, because I've had to open it in Audacity and adjust it beat by beat, and I think there's just the tiniest clip, and I didn't look over it well enough to catch that little bit of a clip that it has, so it might be a little jarring, and I apologize if it is. Yeah, this definitely doesn't play like The Sims, but it kept it real. True that. EA doesn't do spin-offs like this anymore. EA doesn't do much of anything anymore, to be honest. They took risks. They did take risks, and they had, I mean, God, think of the old titles, like Harry Potter, Sims. What are some other EA games? But they had good ones, I know they did. I just can't remember the titles. And even the GBA version of this plays different. I know, yeah, that's right, I heard it was an RGB. I gotta play the RGB version, because of how much I love this. I just wanted to see the differences between all the different Sims too. And think about it, like, what were the Sims at the time that they created that? It was just a game about creating a character and like moving around in this world. And they created so many different playstyles surrounding it. They had this kind of like quest RPG kind of thing. They had, or Animal Crossing RPG kind of thing. They had the actual RPG on the GBA. They had a full-fledged Sims God-esque game on the PS2 and PC. And also check out all the other game systems they had too, because they had so many systems they released this game for. I must have been high or something. There's no way I can rap on that. A little bit. It's also very loud. Like if you keep that really low, it's super fast. It's like every other beat. Like you gotta be stumbling over your words to keep up with that. But I thought, hey, if he wants to spit mad bars to it, if he's got the talents, who am I to say that he shouldn't do it? Who am I? Who am I? Don't think anything's weird in here. It's weird how one building can be corrupted and not the others. That's odd to me. I wonder if we're actually corrupting a piece of the ROM that contains that building. Like, that would be kind of neat to know. I doubt it, but it'd be super cool. Remember Castaway? Don't you remind me about Castaway. Don't you bring back those bad memories. I almost 100%ed that game. Or no, it wasn't even that I 100%ed it. I almost beat it, but there was like some secret that was lying around. And it was the most depressing secret, because I think it was something that was hinted at, but then they decided not to implement. And like as a kid, I was like, yeah, let me go find the secret, and I was super into it. But it was just nothing. And I searched every inch of that island to try to find that secret, and it was bad. I do not remember Castaway. I liked that game, that was a lot of fun, but man, I spent so much time on it. Also, why do you have a sanity bar for The Sims? What the fuck? Yeah, your sanity works like stamina. Not only like stamina though, think about it like also if we can do a social interaction. Well, maybe not to this guy.
Hey.
If I have an interaction where I'm trying to become friends with someone to, you know, woohoo them a little bit, if you know what woohoo is, you know what woohoo is, that will use my sanity up, because if I am bad at the interaction or good at the interaction, it's using some of my stamina to talk to them. Is it like mood? Is it like mood? Actually, that is not what I thought it was like. So, Wasabi, if I have an interaction with someone and I do good during that interaction, that does not drop the meter, because I thought it did. So that's actually something different from what I thought. Can't go down the elevator though. I can't confirm it with anyone. I gotta go just find somebody that's hanging out. Can I chat with this lady? I don't think I can. I can only buy from her. What's some of the stuff we can buy? Ah, the sarsaparilla. Every time I saw that, I wanted to drink some sarsaparilla. Okay. Am I right? Okay, I'm not sure if I was right because I didn't get a positive interaction when I tried. So I think it's just like plan your interactions carefully, and that's how you use up those interactions, I guess. I remember you also have to use sanity when you go out of town for the lie detector and stuff like that. Not the lie detector, the metal detector. Yeah. You guys want to do some Risk of Rain 2 collabs? I'd be down for that. Wasabi and I, when the game first came out, I got the extra copy, sent it to Wasabi, and we got, like, first time playing through it. On normal difficulty, so no trickle easy stuff, normal difficulty. We got, like, wrapped around once through, and got close to wrapping around, I think, a second time before we finally died on that. Had a lot of fun with that. I was really enjoying it. I think he used to be a little bit of a vet on Risk of Rain 1. I'm a vet on Risk of Rain 1. I love that game to death. So it's nice bringing that back. Not saying I'm good at Risk of Rain 2. I'm okay at it, but I haven't played it enough. I haven't played since that, but first time was great. Oh yeah, absolutely. It was fun playing with Spookoodlers too. Even though Spookoodlers does a wonderful job at making sure you don't get any items from the boss drops. But I think they're appropriate. He deserves those boss drops. He can speed around the map at the speed of sound. You think Sonic is fast? Get out of the way. Get out of here. Spookoodlers. The man's fast. Here's another corrupted store. So it is kind of cool that we're pinpointing kind of within the ROM that we actually are corrupting things. So within the 15,000 range, that's the store. I don't know why that's in here. Maybe it's where this is loaded or the graphics are loaded, something along the lines of that. But around this area, we corrupt the store. And nothing else either. Okay. Wasabi, correct me if I'm wrong. Wait, what? Oh, game paused. Okay. I thought when I was talking to him, he was dancing. I'm like, that's not right. There's something broken. Shoot. If you take like 15 speed up items, you deserve all the power-ups. That's true, because then you can just zip on by. It's a strategy. That's called a strategy, exactly. It's a strategy. It's how you look out for yourself. I knew many people who were liking that in Borderlands. I know a couple people like that too. It's frustrating for Borderlands. For Risk of Rain is great. I phrase instance-based loot for the new one. Yeah, exactly. So I think everyone gets their own loot in the new one, which is gonna be cool. On the real level, I'll try to be less toxic. No, I think it was actually funny. Like literally, it's great because I know you're a funny guy and you're doing it because it's actually pretty funny when you pick them up. But if you're, I have a couple buddies who are just like no sense of humor, very dry people. Who would be very angry in those kind of situations. And it's like, I'm just having a good time. I'm just playing around on Risk of Rain 2. I'm not trying to play serious whatsoever. Like, it's not super like, we gotta get to this level and we gotta get the most points and this and that. I ain't shooting for world records. I'm just having a good time, so. I'm gonna mess around, and I encourage you to mess around too. And same for you, Wasabi. I mean, shoot. We're all having a good time. Good time. Esports ready, exactly. We gotta hit the leagues, we gotta hit the computer every day, 12 hours, Risk of Rain 2, no bathroom breaks. Come on, gotta do it. There is no, oh my god, it's 2 a.m. There is no other, I didn't realize it was 2 a.m. No other exception. But I'm IRL a bad person, so no promises. Bad people, woo! Sorry. I bet they're so happy with sales. I hope they are. They deserve those sales. It's even though it was a surprise drop for the most part, I'm glad they're doing well. They deserve it. Oh yeah, because Cloud9 is gonna sign them for Risk of Rain 2 New Shroud. Oh, don't look at the servers. Can I? Yeah, I can show this. Can I pick up the mic? No. I was gonna pick up the camera and show my monitor so I can show Wasabi Tonic dying to a spider. But I think that's too much effort. Don't, okay, fair enough. But no, yeah, I've been having fun with Risk of Rain 2. And I think the soundtrack was the first thing that pulled me in, and they did a good job with that soundtrack. As with the first one. I think it's a little, would you call it orchestral? That's not the right word for it, but it's very big in that sense. Like, it's a very big soundtrack. And I think one thing that Risk of Rain 1 had kind of going for it was kind of simplistic in the music style that it chose. And I like that a lot. So there's a couple levels that I remember right when I got there that I was in deep shit, because even though the music just had a very minor tone to it, I knew the tone was death and that I should avoid it. And it didn't need like a very big soundtrack to convey that feeling of like dread and fear that I felt with some of those levels. It was quality. And while I do like the new soundtrack, it harkens back to the old one. I do think it's a little lacking in some places. I mean, I'm a big fan of soundtracks, and I just hope they come out with a little bit more music. Maybe I'll hope for that. Which they are expanding on it still, so we got something to hope for. I'm gonna corrupt at 8,000. Stores at 15,000. I've died like 5 times in the past 30 minutes. Shall we count the ways? Oh, except you disconnected, never mind. Hot snakes, hot snakes, hot snakes, hot snakes, hot snakes. I want to do the... Never mind, I'm not gonna do the thing. Hot snakes though. Hell yeah. I killed a hot snake. I'm not gonna say it by myself, because it was like only half of it by myself. But I killed a hot snake, and it knew I was killing it, and it felt it, and it screamed like that. No way. Or no, it was by yourself? No, it was completely by myself. I think it was about like halfway when you guys had passed. It's tough when that happens too, like when you're right at the end there. And it's like, for some reason, once one person dies, like the entire team wipes. Not necessarily because it's any more difficult, it's just around the same time people kind of all lose their vibe or their role, you know? Their, what's that called? Motivation, rolling, momentum. They lose their momentum, that's the word I'm thinking of. You circle strafed that hot snake for what felt like an hour. It was so long. I felt so bad. But god damn, you killed it. That's all that matters, but god damn did I kill it. Will it live? Do any of us have that? So I think at some point here, I gotta call this. But I want to get one last corruption. I'm sad we're not gonna anymore. I should have paid more attention to what values corrupted the hotel. I know 10,000 did this one here. So let's corrupt that once more. And maybe we'll play around with that area again. Oh, nope. No. Don't mess with that area. Set 0 within memory. So much pain in that emote. Ah! What is going on? Why does it keep doing that? Total bytes, we actually are corrupting it, correct? I want to make sure. I want to verify. If we increase our step size, the bytes corrupted should correspond. It's not. That leads me to believe we're loading the same exact corruption over and over again. But we're not! That's actually, there's a new corruption. So this one, it looks like super low res, like there's a sort of like draw distance. And as you get closer, it looks better. But no, it's just crusty. It's just a crusty hallway. And crusty staircase. Delicious. And some tinsel laid plants. Let's set 1 within memory. Send boys. Okay, it doesn't like 1. Set 2 within memory. 2 works. It doesn't look any more corrupted than it did before. Looks about the same. Let's increase our step size. Oh, don't decrease that window size. That's gonna screw everything up. There we go. Let's just try random data values. That might be a little bit better. I also don't know how random the random data values are, because if we can load and save a corruption, then it must determine it based on some either step value or starting address, some kind of mathematics that allows you to reproduce that randomness over and over again. Something that's seeding it, but I don't know what's seeding it. I wish I did know. I think this is open source, so I can take a look at it if I'm curious. I think it's open source. It's made by MigDog. Anyway, just a little bit more. Can we get one more corrupted hotel? That's what I'm hoping on. One more Luigi's Mansion. One more good one, I should say. I'm glad oh my god. I am glad I got back into practice of DS corruptions, and I think I'm going to be doing this for the next couple days that I do corruption streams on. I think I'll still pick up Oblivion here and there, outside of it, but I want to do more DS games because it's just been so long. And as I'm trying to go through all this process, I've completely fallen out of the habit. I think it's been like 2 or 3 months. And the tool that I'm using, Vinecorrupt, is actually not a bad tool if you know how to use it properly. It has its quirks, it has its in and outs, but I don't mind using it. It's the best DS corruptor I have available. It does have other tools available for it, like it has NES, SNES, 64, Game Boy, DS, GameCube, Wii, PlayStation, Genesis, or miscellaneous, so you can pick your own. With special file protecting and stuff like that just checks to make sure you're not crashing the emulator itself, and it does a pretty good job at it. But the real-time corruptor is better. Much better for what it does. And sadly, I don't think I'm going to see anything else here, so this next one will be the last one. Can we get one? Nothing. Well, I do have a saved value, I believe. Nope, I saved it boiling. I have this value saved. So let's just go to this, load, paste. This was our kind of fuzzy looking corruption on the inside. Oh, it's just not even load properly. Well, let me get it to load properly so we can end on that. ROMs, extracted ROMs, delete that. Retarget it. Excuse me. Voice is starting to go too. I was talking all morning. I had my morning shift at the call center, which usually just kills my voice in the morning. How is that? There we go. I'm gonna end on that. It seems that the game was falling apart too easily to get a really great corruptions. I don't know much about your process though. I corrupted a lot better. I don't think you were here for the face corruptions that we did on Wasabi. I think those were a lot better. The face corruptions and like when we were doing the create a character. The world itself, I think, is always actually a little bit tricky. And we've had that a lot with other games as well. It's tricky to corrupt a world. And I actually think this corrupted better than a lot of games that we try to corrupt on, like say GameCube. Where we can corrupt the character models, but the world itself is very difficult to touch. And this is an example, is not too bad. I actually like that a lot. It would take a lot of fine-tuning, and I can tell that just by moving around that starting address, that parameter address within memory that we're looking around to corrupt, because it did seem to correspond to certain buildings, the 10,000 range being the hotel itself, and the 15,000 range being the store that's next to us. Something that I could utilize, but I didn't, would be to see if I can find some kind of disassembly or some kind of breakdown of the code here. Sometimes people sort of say, this is when the building is loaded in, and this is where all the characters are stored, and this is where the music is. Knowing that would make this an awesome process, because then we can target specific memory addresses. However, usually we can find that information stored within the directory chain. This game specifically does not list that information in the directory chain. I don't even think that's the right word for what this file list is. File list. It doesn't list it in the file list because it doesn't break them up. It's just all stored within the bin file itself, so we can't really break it down. Other games, not so much though. For Harvest Moon, that was a much easier time we had corrupting. I knew this might be a little bit trickier, but I think we had some decent ones here and there. Had some good results. What's next for Sparky games? So I keep wanting to return to Nintendogs. I think I'm gonna do a small, like half-an-hour segment of Nintendogs, where I have my microphone set up, I have a dog already adopted, maybe, and I can just real quick hop in, do like 30 minutes of Nintendogs, and then transition to something else. Because I don't think I can do a whole stream on just that. Maybe I'll do that before one of my Oblivion streams. That'll be a good one. Outside of that, I had a couple suggestions that Wasabi had suggested. Let me take a look at those. If I can remember them. Lego Friends was a suggestion, which is, possibly, maybe, not sure. I gotta look up Nintendo DS games. I always look up like lists and just double check. Like, I think that would corrupt well, or I don't think this would corrupt too well. We've done Mario Kart in the past. Mario Kart DS might be a fun one to do, and I should consider that. I might do that. I wanted to do Spirit Tracks Legend of Zelda. Also might be another good one. I didn't want to do a vehicle one this stream. I wanted to keep it with a character, which I'm happy about. But I think I'm ready to do a vehicle stream of sorts. Scribblenauts, I'm curious how that will corrupt, so I do want to give that a try in the future. And I think that's it for the top page of Google. I was considering Mystery Dungeon. I don't think that will corrupt very well off the bat. I may still give it a try because I really liked Mystery Dungeon, but I don't think it will corrupt very well. But yeah, that's kind of what I remember. And of course, if anyone ever suggests anything, always feel free, or if anything will come up, I might just stream something random on the next stream. But those are some of my ideas. Alright, let's go ahead and put an end to this music. And let's find some... I'm gonna do Starbound. I'm always stuck on Starbound. It's just the first thing that pops in my head. I'm like, that would sound great right now. Let's do... Glitch? No, that just sounds ominous. Let's not do Glitch. That's a good beginning stream one. Arctic Exploration, sure. Alright, so I'm gonna say bye to my camera and bye to everyone that's watching. I'm gonna switch over to starter screen. And now I can talk all deeply into my microphone because I can get close to it. No, but thank you for everyone that was able to stop by. We had lots of people. Spagoodlers and Wasabi Tonic here chatting at the end, and Brisby who had to go off to bed, I believe. Thank you to all three of you, and Sky Coaster Man, I'm sure you're lurking as well. Let me see if I can scroll through my chat, make sure I didn't miss anyone. I think that was everyone that stopped by today. But anyone for that was lurking, or that may be watching this on YouTube later on, thank you to all of you. I mean, you guys are all great. And I know I'm going through a difficult time in terms of schooling right now, and I'm really happy I get a chance to stream. And you people... What do you mean, you people? No. The people that come by on the stream make it worthwhile and make it a lot of fun to do. So, thank you to all of you. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Let's go and find someone to host tonight. I think, let me see. Wasabi Tonic just got started streaming, so like he's at the intro screen. I'm at the point in the night where I'm slurring all my words together. It's like a late night drunkenness. Yeah, I think I want to host Wasabi. So he's not going to get started right away, but we're going to host him. He says he's either going to be doing Mario Kart or 1 Hour 1 Life. Those are the two categories that are associated with this stream right now. So if you're interested in Mario Kart, or you're interested in 1 Hour 1 Life, he does both of them. And they're both great, so I hope you enjoy him. If anyone that's lurking around hasn't seen him before, Also, go check out Spagoolers if you're not familiar with Spagoolers. He's a great streamer as well, chatting here. And yeah, have a good night, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.